Hel- Hello, everybody. Well, here we are. It's a beautiful day, beautiful sunny Florida day. And I want to do this short video because I wanted to talk to you about a live that I did the other day in which I was wondering why it's easier to love God than to love other people. And I know you might say, well, you might repeat the scriptures or you might repeat good sayings about the loving of other people. We understand that. We understand that we have the knowledge. But the problem is not having the knowledge. The problem is applying the knowledge. Because I can recite you all to love everybody like you love yourself. But it's about doing it. It's about the practice of that. So, and we know that to have the knowledge or the information not necessarily means that I will apply it. Because we know we need to exercise every single day for vitality and balance. And we don't do it, but we know it, right? We know that we should eat right, but we don't do it. We know we should rest and have a good night of resting and sleeping and relaxation and contemplation and all the good stuff. But we know it, but we don't do it. So the same thing happens when we are working in our spiritual development, in our spiritual empowerment. So what happened after I did the first live, I did it in Spanish, and about 12 hours later, I discovered how I can be more kind, compassionate, gentle, patient, loving with other people. If what the revelation that I got for me was that the closer I become to God, the closer I have a unity. When I become a unity with the Creator, with the energy, with the power, then it will be easier for me. And it dawned on me that, oh my God, yes, if I'm closer to God, if we are a unit, then it will be easier to do this kind of this attitude of loving and kindness and compassion. So that was an interesting discovery for me, that by keep working on my spiritual growth and my closeness to God and my closeness to unity and my closeness to kindness, compassion, so it will be easier. So, and it was so clear to me that I could not say, oh my God, yes, that's the way it's done. So, because what happened also that you discover that it's like hanging out with a friend or with somebody. So if you hang out with negative people, that attitude is going to be contagious. It's going to contaminate you. And the same thing happens when you hang out with positive people. Imagine then what happens when you hang out with God constantly. And then that connection, that unity, loving other people, it becomes easier because you don't even have to work at it. It becomes spontaneously, easily. You don't have to fight it. And that's what I discovered for me. So that was one of the things that I was wondering, always was wondering, it's why is it? Because it's easy. I love God. It's easy for me. I mean, that's not a big deal to have faith, to trust God, to love God. Man, but the challenges that present when you're dealing with other human beings. And the thing is that we know other people, we all are imperfect, right? Although God says, therefore go and be perfect as your Heavenly Father is perfect. So that's what happened, that we always aiming towards that perfection. Now, what happened also is that attitude becomes contagious. The more you hang out with God, the more godly you will become. Always remember that we are, depending on the people who we associate with, we will get contaminated, or we will be affected, because you can be contaminated by negative attitude, or you can be affected or influenced, or be influenced by a positive attitude. So it's just amazing, because and this is the thing about spiritual growth, and it goes with any growth: spiritual growth, mental growth, physical growth, emotional growth. Because when you are committed to evolve and discover new things in you, that is phenomenal. Because you sort of like peeling off the onions. You discover new things. For me, it was a big discovery. Oh, and I knew that. Like it. Or you love God. Love your God. What was it? With all your heart and mind. Love God with all your heart and mind. Okay, we know that. I know that. And love others as you love yourself. I know that. The practice. The practice. Because I'm the type of person that I like for you. I have this problem. Okay? I don't know if it is a problem or whatever it is. But I want to hear from you in your comments. What do you think? I'm always on time. I like to be on time. If I tell you 10 o'clock, it's 10 o'clock. My problem is I'm always early. 5-10 minutes early. Because it's the way I work. You don't have to wait for me. I don't wait for, and I don't like waiting for anything, because one of the key for success in any growth is that you're ready. You are ready for things. You are ready to whatever happens in your life. You are ready. So one of my issues with other people is that sense of being on time. You practice what you preach. What you tell me is what it is. Like lukewarm. You don't con sa. You don't know. You're insecure. You don't. You know what I mean? It's just like no, because I work on myself to have clarity of the thing that I want to do, the thing that I want to achieve. What is the purpose for me today? And so, and when people tell you, oh, I'm gonna be there at 10 o'clock. And you see this a lot in construction. Like if you have somebody coming into your house to fix something, it's a nightmare. For me, it's a nightmare. Because they tell you, I'll be there at 10 o'clock, right? And it's 10:30 and they're still not there. And then 15 minutes later, at 10:45, they text you, I'm on my way. How far are you? Are you in Miami? Are you in Australia? You know what I mean? It's just like, I don't get it. It's so one of my challenges is understanding why people say I will be there at 10 and you don't show up, or you're late, constantly late. Because I can understand that you can be once in a while, you can be late, right? Yes, okay, that's like something happened, traffic, whatever, but you plan. My point is you always have to be ahead of the game. You have to plan. Like for the hurricane, you have hurricanes in your life. Every single day you have a hurricane. But you know why I don't get scared and I don't get frantic, I don't fearful? Because I'm ready. I'm ready for any hurricane. It can be a hurricane from the weather. It can be a hurricane in my personal life. But when you always work every single day, all your life to be ready, no matter what kind of hurricane comes, you are ready, and running around like a chicken with your head off, scared and afraid. Like the other day, I blocked that person from my YouTube channel because the hurricane didn't touch Milton. The hurricane Milton didn't touch my orchids, and the damage in my home is minimum. And the person said that, I was praising that my orchids made it and I should be helping other people. Well, I have to be grateful in my world. I have to blossom where I am planted. And people don't appreciate that. You have to be all over the place. No, I'm always in the purpose doing exactly what I'm supposed to do when I'm supposed to do it in that moment that I'm supposed to do it. And so it blows me away because I said, well, what was I supposed to do? I don't not be grateful for my orchestra, got protected, or the wind didn't touch it, whatever it was. You can call it anything you want. But this is the issue that sometimes I find very challenging for me, because you expect people to be a little bit like you. I mean, if you're a thief, you expect other people to be thieves, and you're gonna hang out with them. But if you're a person that tries to honor yourself, that respects yourself, that work on yourself, then you expect the same thing in return. But it's not like that. Unfortunately, it's not like that. But going back to loving other people, and that's why the whole thing, this video is all about. How can we be more loving, kinder, patient, joyful towards other people? The secret that I discovered was to work more in my communion, in my unity with God, in my unity with the Lord. And once I got a revelation, I said, yes, that's the way it is. So now I don't question it, you know what I mean? I understand, and I know it's easier. I don't question it now. Because before 2 weeks ago, I was wondering why it's so easy to love God, or easier to love God than to love other people. I repeat, although we know we should love each other, we know all that stuff. People will send me the scriptures, so that I know it. I know that. I'm talking about the practical, the application, it's just like application, the assimilation, and then we get into the transformation. And that's what I got. I got the transformation that now it's easy for me to love you with all my heart and mind, the way I love the Lord. You digo pow, I say pow. I say pow, you say wow. Okay, look at this beautiful, beautiful day. Isn't that amazing? This is my beach. We still got a wind. So please, give me your comment, leave some comments. Let me know how do you like this. And what do you think? What is your opinion about this, about loving other people? But like I said, the takeaway from this is the more united you are with God, the easier it is for us to love other people. That is beautiful. I think that's beautiful. Wow, wow. Mwah. Ciao. Look at that. That is amazing.